Hey, what is up guys? Welcome to another video of Sadayu.M's vlog and another of my travel vlog. And so this time I'll be going to a province called Khampaeng Phet. And before we proceed on with anything, just a brief information about Khampaeng Phet. So Khampaeng Phet is one of Thailand's 76 provinces, and it lies in the lower northern Thailand, neighboring Sukhothai, Phitsanulok, Phichit and Nakhon Sawan. And in Thai, Khampaeng Phet literally means diamond wall. And if you're wondering why it's called that, it's because this wall serves as a defensive line to protect the Ayutthaya kingdom from what is now modern day Burma. The old name was Khao Khamphaeng, referring to mountain walls between the two countries. And Khampaeng Phet was already a royal city in the Sukhothai kingdom in the 14th century, then known under its old name Chagang Rao, and it formed an important part of the defense system of the kingdom as well as later of the Ayutthaya kingdom that I just told you about. And so my trip to Khampaeng Phet this time will be a 2-day trip, and I'll be heading off to Khampaeng Phet today, and I'll be reaching there around 3 p.m. so I won't be doing anything much. And for a brief overview of what I'll be doing today, so first off I'll be going to a restaurant called Phet, and then I'll be going to a temple, which is a temple in Khampaeng Phet, and then finally I'll be checking in at my father's friend's house who lives there in Khampaeng Phet. And I don't know why, but something just tells me that this is gonna be an amazing trip. I'm really looking forward to it. So without further ado, let's jump right into the action. Okay, so here I am now guys at the restaurant I was telling you about, and this restaurant is called Phet, which in English means to eat restaurant, or you can say a restaurant named to eat. And for this restaurant, as you can see on this wording on the door here, says it opens on Thursday to Tuesdays, and it opens from 10 o'clock to 7 o'clock in the evening. And yeah, you can say that this restaurant is one of the restaurants that sells the best pad thai in Thailand. And in this video here, I'll be showing you and reviewing the food I eat here, and I can say that this is one of my most favorite restaurants since I had it in my life. Without further ado, let's get into the restaurant. And as you step into the restaurant, the first thing you see is a counter in front, and next to it will be a stair leading up to the second floor. This restaurant has 2 floors, a first floor and a second floor. But in this video that I'll be reviewing the food, I'll be sitting on the first floor. And upstairs here is just a simple, cozy place where you can eat. And over here you can sit and look down to the first floor. This restaurant feels more like a cafe kind. And what I like about this place is that there's a very good cozy atmosphere, and the atmosphere is just so relaxed, laid back, and with all the pictures put on the walls and these many stuffs. I just love this place. With the relaxed atmosphere and the amazing food, it just makes the experience out of the world. And right now I'm gonna take you to meet the really kind owner of this restaurant, and her name is Pim. And so here she is, the owner of the restaurant. So Pim ครับ is there anything you would like to say to the people watching this video or the customers?
อยากจะแนะนำร้านนะคะชื่อพิมนะคะเป็นเจ้าของร้านอาหารชื่อร้านรับประทานค่ะตั้งอยู่ที่จังหวัดกำแพงเพชรค่ะตั้งอยู่แถวตลาดในกำแพงเพชรนะคะที่ร้านก็จะเป็นอาหารแบบส่วนใหญ่เกิน 50% เป็นอาหารไทยค่ะแล้วก็มีพวกสปาเกตตี้แล้วก็สลัดอะไรอย่างนี้บ้างค่ะเป็นอาหารทานง่ายๆค่ะอาหารจานเดียวค่ะถ้าใครผ่านมาก็แวะมาได้นะคะ
Okay ขอบคุณมากครับ thank you
ขอบคุณค่ะ
And as you saw just now, that was the really kind and friendly owner of this really cozy and great atmosphere restaurant. Okay, and like I said earlier, I like many things about this restaurant, but one of the things that I like about this restaurant is that they sell a different variety of food such as Western food, Asian food, or even Southern food. And today I ordered a variety of foods to eat, and I'll be sharing all those food with you. Okay, and now it's time to eat. And my first dish has just arrived, which is a Western dish, which is salad and salmon on the side. And I'll give it a try. Oh, and as I cut into that salmon, I can feel that the skin is so crunchy. And so let's try it. Wow, and that's really good. The salad gives a crunchy texture, and the salmon skin and the smokiness of that salmon meat, it's on a whole nother level. It's just really good as expected. And this restaurant is also well known for its coffee, and I just ordered one of my favorite coffee, which is Americano, and I'll give this a try also. And yeah, that's just how I like it. It's black, it's not that acidy, and it's just so aromatic and refreshing to eat as a post-meal or pre-meal drink. And next up is one of my favorite dishes in this restaurant, and it's spring roll. And inside this is ham and cheese. And what you do is you just dip it with this mayonnaise and ketchup here. I'll just get a combination of both. That's also on a whole another level. It's so good, the cheese. It just gives a cheesy flavor to it, and the ham is just smoky flavor with the crunchiness of the flour outside here. Yeah, it contrasts each other well, and it's just so good. The next dish we ordered, it's spaghetti carbonara, and it just looks so mouth-watering and good, and I'll just give it a try. Okay. Wow, that is out of the world. The cheesy flavor, it's really good. The chewiness of the spaghetti and the slight crunchiness of the bacon put in there. It's really good to have and really fun to chew on. And this is another of my favorite. And so the next dish, which is the main dish, and my most favorite dish in this restaurant, and it's a steak. So what I'll do is I'll put some sauce over it and take a bit of the steak along with some of the salad. And I love just how they put the salads on the sides and some tomato also. Yeah, let's get this thing a try. Oh wow, that's really great, good. I don't know how to describe it. It's ineffable, and the meat, it's not chewy at all. It just literally melts in your mouth, and with the crunchiness of the salads and tomato on the sides, that's what I call perfect steak. And I'll chase it up with some of the fries that should go with it. And that's really good too. It goes really well with the beef, the salad. Oh, I just love this dish. And so this is the last dish which we ordered. And this is a Vietnamese pork salad with some onions, tomatoes, and some lettuce on the sides. And yeah, same thing. I'll give it a try. Take some of that Vietnamese pork, some onions, and some tomato. And wow, just look at how delicious looking that bite is. Can't wait to try it. And wow, that is extraordinary. The softness of the Vietnamese pork with the crunchiness of the lettuce and tomato in the salad, and also the sweet and sour taste in there, and also the slight spiciness in there. There's just so many flavors happening on your tongue, and that's just so good and makes the flavor so delicious. And that should be it for this meal, guys. The food was incredible. I'm feeling really stuffed right now. It's been so long since I ate this much. The food, it's just on a whole nother level, out of the world. But since today we couldn't really finish all the food we want to order, tomorrow for dinner I'll come here to this restaurant again and I'll review more food for you. And I would say that the food here, it's really good. The atmosphere is also excellent. Combine these two together and you'll get the best experience in this restaurant. And just for your information, the owner of this restaurant, Pim, she graduated at Cordon Bleu University in France. And that's a really famous college. It's a culinary college. And no wonder the food is so good, right? And concluding our meal here at the restaurant, next up we will go to a place called Untitled Chapter, which is a historical place in the Khampaeng Phet. And let's go. Okay, and here we are, guys, at the Untitled Chapter, and it's called the Khampaeng Phet Historical Park, as you can see back on the sign there. And so let's drive in and check it out. For information, this place is the different remains of the ancient Khampaeng Phet, and it has the same or you can say similar planning concept as the old Sukhothai and Sachanalai. So in this area there will be many different temples from the remains of the ancient Khamphaeng Phet. but today, since we don't really have the time to visit all of them, we're just gonna visit two of the places. I mean temples. And so the first temple here, it's called Wat Pranon, and in English it translates to Sleeping Buddha. And it says here that this temple ages around to the 14th to 16th century, and its shape is oriented to the east. And there are places such as ponds and restrooms. Also, this temple is divided into two parts, and there's first part is the area where the Buddha image are housed, and it's called the Buddha Vasa. And there's also the second area where it's the monks' living quarter called Sangkawat. And so right now I'm gonna go and show you the interiors. And walking around this place, you can just feel and see the ancientness of the place and how well preserved they are. And I just love the scenery here. The weather is not too hot, and the scenery, it's just very beautiful. If you're wondering what this section of the temple is, it's called an ubosot, or you can call it's an ordinary hall. And this place, it's for performing rituals, and it's constructed with laterite covered by lime plaster. And there are also balconies in both the front and the back sides. The hall is an octagonal shape, and it's surrounded with slate boundary stones. Oh, and I love that there's this thing also where you can just scan the QR codes and they'll just explain to you what this place is all about. And I just love how amazing it is that this place is 750 years or so already, and some of the things here, they're still like held together in place. Let's get in our car and take a short ride to the next temple. So the next temple that we visit, it's called Wat Si Ariyabot. And Si Ariyabot is called, it can be translated as four movement or four postures of Buddha. The walking, sitting, and the reclining Buddha images. And this one aged also to around 14th to the 16th century. And you know, it's great that I can come walk here because I can burn some calories from the huge amount of food I had at the restaurant. And also, as same as the last temple that we went, I also love the ancientness and the well-preservedness of this place. It's just amazing. So this is the sitting posture of Buddha, and you can see that some pieces of it has broken away, and you can now only see the legs part. This here is the standing posture of Buddha, and unlike the sitting posture, the standing posture still has most of its parts intact, and it's really beautiful if you consider the age of 750 years. And this one is the posture of the inclining Buddha, or the sleeping Buddha, you can also say that. And this one, you can see that you cannot really make out anymore what it is because most of the parts have fallen off because of the huge number of years it has been standing. And for this posture of Buddha, it's the walking posture. And some parts are still intact in this, but like many others, most of the parts have fallen off also. And this completes our tour at the second temple, Wat Si Ariyabot. And next up, since we have time, we will be going to the next temple. Around here, what I noticed is that there's a tremendous amount of greeneries and trees, including algae grown on rocks, and I don't know why, but it just gives a relaxing sensation to the place. Yeah, I kind of like it. And the next temple, this is called Wat Chang Rop, which translates to a temple with elephants surrounded around it. And the total elephant here, they say the total elephant here is 68 elephants in total. That's a really huge amount. And the elephant here are not just normal elephant. The elephants are decorated on their legs, their necks, and these parts. To go up the stairs of this temple, the stairs are very steep, but in front of the stairs are two sculptures. You couldn't really see their head anymore because they're broken off. But these here are like guardian lions. You can see some of the elephant's head, nose, or even legs. Because of 750 years, they're broken off. So to conclude our tour here, this is our last temple that we visited. And just to stress again, I really love the ancientness of this place and the beautifulness and the great weather combined together. It just gives the best experience, an extraordinary experience. If you ever come here to Khamphaeng Phet, this is a place that you'd want to visit. I'll put the directions to this place in the Google Map link down below. It's 5:45 p.m. and now I'm going to return back to my home. And if you're wondering what I mean by home here in Khamphaeng Phet, I don't really have our own personal home here in Khamphaeng Phet, but my father has one friend who lives here, and we are now living at his house when we're here in Khamphaeng Phet. Alright, and that concludes our day 1 here at Khamphaeng Phet. And wow, just gotta say, after that great temple experience and a great restaurant experience, there's nothing better you want to do now than have a good night's sleep in the evening. So before I end off this video, I would just like to say a big thanks to every one of you watching this. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to click the subscribe and notification button for more videos from me. And until then, stay safe, and I'll see you on day 2 on my next video.